Hello, good evening, and a very warm welcome to Rangers Radio.
Hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox Chair, on the show this evening as a one and only Albert, and of course, our South Side. Evening, gentlemen.
Evening, mate. How are you? How are you, South Side and yourself, mate? How are you doing?
Good, mate. I'm good, mate. I'm good. Yourself?
Oh, I'm triple good, mate. Triple good.
Good. How are you, South Side?
Aye, good, mate. Thoroughly enjoyed my day out yesterday with Albert and Billy. Led into the late evening, as it would have. So, aye, a bit rough, but apart from that, mate, thoroughly enjoyed the day and night.
You know how happy and lucky he is when he's rough, Albert.
Aye, he's a big cuddly bear when he's rough, mate, I'll tell you.
Grizzly bear. Aye, listen, I said my bit yesterday, so we'll start with Albert. Sum up yesterday's events for your good self, and then Southside.
Me sum it up, brilliant, mate. Absolutely brilliant. Start to finish, total domination, mate. Total domination. Showed them up for what they are when you actually play against them and get the tactics right, and everybody shows up. No defensive errors. It's just cost us dear this season. There you are. It can be done. This so-called invincible will never be beat nonsense that we get to this media and all that. Yeah. It showed the rest of Scottish football how you go about beating them, taking points after them. It's time a competition started in this country. Let's hope Rangers have kick-started that.
Mm-hmm. Well, Southside.
Aye, turned up. Players showed desire, heart and character. And apart from 1 minute in the game, when Maida ran by Ridvan the whole first half, was a shooty in at their goal. That's what it felt like, shooty in at their goal, mate. Dominated them every bit of the park, whether it be in their defence, midfield and up front. They never got a sniff. Like one shot in their goal in the first half, one shot. Many times we went to these games and usually a team will dominate you for periods of time. They never dominated us at all yesterday. That's what they thought they were doing, turning up. And I've heard the nonsense this morning for a couple of them. Well, it's still with 8 points clear and we didn't need to win. Listen, they came to win. Don't let them kid you. Right? They came to win and we done a number on them. And I think come on now, tactically, when we've got some of the players, we need a lot more players to help our squad. But the players that we've got now, that's twice in the last few weeks. We've played them and we've stuck 3 goals by them on both occasions, something that we hadn't been doing. So that's a positive. I think we know how to get to them and how to score goals. And if we do the right things at the back and tactically do it right, we're a weakened team yesterday, by the way. No, let's not be kidded about that. But once we've got a full strength team and a full squad, if we keep that right attitude and application, then I think we know the way to go now to score against them. Thoroughly enjoyed yesterday. I think the players deserved it, the support definitely deserved it, and the manager deserved it. And they can't have any complaints, mate. We done them good and proper yesterday.
And that
good and proper.
I like what you done there, good and proper. See what you done there, Albert?
It's clever, mate. It's clever. Too clever for me, I'll tell you that.
Aye, too clever. He done me this day already. Called me Dan. Listen, he's right. In that 90 minutes, just in that 90 minutes yesterday, mate, 3 flattered them, Albert. It flattered them.
I didn't half, mate. I mean, anybody watching the game, any neutral watching the game would have said, tell you that. It was something that was overdue, mate, because that's nonsense about these players that they've got. They're these superstars. They're anything but. They're just ordinary players, mate. Getting away with murder in Scotland. And that big clown that they've got to centre half. I mean, that's the first time he's lost a game against Rangers. That what do you call him? Big ginger-headed trumpet.
Scales.
Scales. I mean, a clown like that walking about boasting about that he's never been beat by Rangers. I mean, it's just a nonsense, mate. An absolute nonsense. Well, we proved yesterday what calibre player he is. He is a big useless clown, and let's hope they keep him forever, because Rangers got to him. They didn't half get to him. Frightened the life out of him, by the way. He was terrified in that park. He looked like a wee boy lost. And let's hope we can carry it on. That, by the way, see that Vickers and their goalkeeper? Are they going to Weight Watchers or something? What the size are they? The two of them are massive.
No need to get personal.
But they are, aren't they? They're huge. They're slow as anything, especially that Vickers. You see them trying to run. It's unbelievable. Anyway.
Listen, mate, I'm now that I've had time to reflect on it, and I don't know if you agree or disagree. Listen, we can talk about the injuries, but arguably three of the four players could have been playing in some people's eyes. Jeff Day or Ridvan could have been playing. Proper might have started, and potentially Sterling could have been playing it right back. So it wasn't as makeshift as it could have been. Kelly came in, but all of a sudden, bizarrely, with the changes, apart from Proper, we've got pace, people who can run all over team, south side.
I get what you're saying. That Proper would probably have played in a game.
Proper had a decent game yesterday. Got a goal, mate. Strolled it.
Listen, he was physical yesterday, I know. You know, he put himself in good positions. Listen, they didn't trouble us because our midfield dominated them. And I'll fling Diamande outstanding yesterday. The amount of graft he covered, chased, harried, shut down, even at times when he wasn't doing great on the ball, he still had the legs to go and shut down and be where he should be on the park. Bizrami done a job because he just sat in there. You could watch him all day. He just took that space up where they couldn't work the ball. And that's when you make them look ordinary, mate. And that's what you've got today. And listen, it's one victory, right? And we'll sit here and we'll laud the team for doing it. But we've got to continue on in the bread and butter. But listen, I look at the fact that we've played them twice now and we've stuck 3 goals by them. So I know now that the players we've got now and the manager know now there's ways to get to them. They can say they never turned up or whatever they want. We didn't allow them to play. Right? We didn't allow them to play, mate. And that's just the facts yesterday.
Here's a start for you. It'll blow your mind, Albert.
Go for a minute.
Right. Philip Clement hasn't lost an Old Firm game at Ibrox for 2 seasons. Brendan Rodgers can't say that, can he?
There you go, man. There you go. I mean, I think that's only the second time we've played them at Ibrox, isn't it?
I know that. I'm just saying you can make stats being anything, but there you go.
You can make them stand in their head. They can make you sound like you can be the heavyweight champion in the world if you wanted. It's you can make them say anything, but at the end of the day, it's going out and doing it. I mean, we're not getting overboard here. It's a good victory. That's all it was. And as we Raskin said, it's 3 points. That's what we've done. We get 3 points. Big deal. So we're going and get as many more points as you can for the rest of the season and see where that takes you. But if they take performances like that more often than not, you can't say you've not got the makings of a good team. I don't care what anybody says. I've heard all the nonsense. You can't say there's no talent in that team. Mm-hmm. There is talent in that team. We just need to add to it now. It's a building exercise, mate. We're still building. Mm-hmm. And that, what we got yesterday, is just a fraction of what's to come.
I hope you're right. Southside, you mentioned the midfield, and as I also thought about it today, listen, I know I would have gave Raskin man of the match. Other people went for Haji. I don't know how I'll ask you two what you thought before we get the phone lines open. But the difference with a centre forward, it can at least control the ball is a big positive, and just the key cheap fouls away. And I'm not saying that all our bad performances are down to Dessers. That's no fair, but however, the difference is night and day.
Football players, mate, in the middle of the park. That's what we had on. That's what we had yesterday, and they were all good. Done the job that was required. Thought Haji had some cracking passes, but first half when he just sort of swivelled inside and played a great ball into Bizrami. Bizrami worked hard, done the job he was asked today. Maybe not always on the ball. He was outstanding, but he worked the areas that had to be worked. And he done a job. Raskin, just what we've been watching film for the last number of weeks. always involved in the game, noticeable, probably the best player on the park. Shaded it, but I thought there was a lot of good performances for a lot of players and doing different things in the game. So midfield, we won it, we controlled it. Everything was there, the attitude, the desire, and the physical attributes that we had to put on them yesterday. We done it all. And up front, like you said, when you can knock it up into the areas, players can hold it up, and it can bring other players into the game. But no, we gave them a doing yesterday. We got it right. We were at home for only the second time that we've managed to play them. And it was good to see a reaction for the players yesterday. But we controlled it, mate. Let's not be kidded. Rodgers had one of his signings on the park yesterday. One signing for what he made to add to that team.
Was that a goalie?
A goalie. That was it, I believe. I'm sure he's not signed MD else. He brought a couple on, obviously. But they didn't start at all. They turned up, mate. Listen, they went into that game, you forget point difference or whatever it is. They went into that game expecting to win and turn up, and they didn't. And they were lucky a couple of weeks ago to lift a trophy, bar a penalty kick here or there. So I think Clement knows what we need to do now against them. And when we get better players in to help this squad, we'll no need to worry about just joking with them. We can go head to head and just batter them on a regular basis, hopefully. So we've got nothing to worry about, mate. It was a good performance yesterday, and the team deserved praise and the support yesterday. Folk were loud and proud as always.
You hear? And yesterday's performance as a team, Albert, what are you giving that?
Oh, 8 out of 10, mate. 8 out of 10.
That's high for you, mate.
Oh, I mean, that deserved it, that performance. I mean, you could say 9 and 10s. You got to do something special for 9s and 10s, but that was an 8 going on a 9. But they scored more goals than they got the 9, but 8 out of 10 all day long, mate. Superb performance, superb. Can't argue with anything. Don't think with a bad player on the park, to be honest with you, mate. Even the subs come on and started looking a bit better. Dessers actually got a foul. Yesterday. I was gobsmacked. I'm saying he's making that same foul against them all season with all different teams. People pulling him to the behind and throwing him to the ground. All season he finally gets one yesterday when you're 3-0 up. They finally gave him a foul. I says to the guy next to me, says, that foul's that boy's been getting thrown about like that all season. He never got and he's not been getting a foul. Look at that. He gets the foul today. But Don's a rascal, isn't he? He's a bit of a rascal, Don.
Just when you mentioned this, I see about for Danilo's goal. Did any of your subs touch your ball?
I don't know. Barn touched the ball, did he? I'm not sure. But the one of them touched the ball, and it was the right touch. Put it that way, mate. I don't care if he touches it once in every game and puts it in the net. That will do for me. So we didn't have you come on to put that ball away beautifully. 3 good goals, mate. 3 really good goals. Big Proppers goals was outstanding, mate. Totally outstanding. You looked at it.
I'm happy with that. That's a high mark for yourself, mate, because I know how much you have taskmaster here.
Oh, you got to keep it real, mate. You got to leave room for improvement. But that was an 8 out of 10. Solid.
You get 5 out of 5 with him. Southside, you only get 7 out of 10, didn't you? Only did my homework.
Aye. But listen, if you're getting an 8, it's no bad day, getting an 8. Listen, it was your day yesterday, and that's it. It was your day. And I think it'd been sort of coming since that one. I thought cup final we would have had enough in our armoury, although we were light and we're still not got a squad that's anywhere near ready and finished. I'm sure I say finished. But listen, they put the same amount of effort in yesterday, and we were at home and we get the rewards. And it was a convincing win. Let's not be kidded here. We convincingly beat them yesterday in all areas of the park. They're lucky that they finished the game with 11 men on the park yesterday. Let's not be kidded. They're lucky they finished with 11 men on the park.
Mm-hmm. Aye, you're right, mate. There was a couple incidents, but they seem to have glossed through them. Here's a wee negative within all the positives, mate. And I've said it, and I do like the guy. Just in a coaching sense, when you pick up young Yefty, I think he when he gets close to that guy, then he gave him a kick yesterday, and it was obviously a tactic over. You'd have noticed it, particularly in the second half, when over you sat, and you'd have maybe seen it in the first half, Southside where you sit, gone and getting close, right up him so he doesn't get any space. If he just has to stop the blind pass, just a small thing, particularly inside, because he puts the whole team under pressure. Just a thing that he's got to work on, mate.
He did a great game. I hope he's a quick learner and he's learned that for the times he's played him, and saying, right, I know how to play you now. Don't give him an inch. Don't stand up him at any time. Fight him. If he's got to get the ball, he's got to fight you for the ball. Make
and
sure.
He didn't want to know, did he? As soon as he had.
Oh, he didn't want to know, mate. If you stone off him, he'll destroy you, mate. Because he is a decent player. He will destroy you. But don't stone off him. Just stick right with him, man. Right on him. Make him fight for the ball. Before he does anything, he's got to fight you for it. And he did not want to know. Not a chance did he want to know when to do that. He just chucked it. Game over. He's happy to just get in at 3-0 and that'll do. But Jeff, I see what you're saying, mate. But it's just he's still a young boy and he's still learning, mate. But he's a player. He's an absolute player. He beat that guy, nutmeg one, and flew up that wing. I mean, for the third goal, superb. I don't know if he was actually trying a shot or putting the ball in there, but it got blocked and it fell to Danilo. I don't care, mate. It got blocked and fell to Danilo, and he just put it away beautifully, mate. And so, aye. But young Jeff,
just a small thing, Southside, but the blind pass, yeah.
Aye, he's young, he's learning, and he's going to get better and better. This is his learning season. So, aye, he'll pick it up. So he'll go for strength to strength. I think you can see that since we first got him to now, he's been doing pretty well. And not only because he had a good game yesterday, he's had other good games as well. Let's not be kidded. He's had a lot of good games, and he's getting better. And you can see the potentials there for him to go in. And we'll have him for as long as we have him until somebody thinks they want to come in and take him off us. But at the moment, we're enjoying his progression, mate. And it's good that these players, as young a squad we had, I think if you probably looked at the average age of that squad yesterday, that's possibly one of the youngest teams that's actually played against them, mate, for quite a while in our team.
There's only one player on the park over 30.
Robin Proper.
Aye.
So you can see with the age of the team that we had out there yesterday, it's a learning curve for a lot of them, you know.
Mm-hmm. Is that right? I think so. I'll check what age Barjami is, aye.
Barjami's only about 27, 28.
Aye.
Aye.
I think Cherny's only about 26 as well.
27, 26, 27.
That Barjami's a double a fox, isn't he? Double, and it's he's not on. It's frightening, isn't it? I don't know what you think of Southside. That is, isn't it? It's frightening.
Aye, there's definitely a resemblance there, mate. You can see it.
You know, it's just two peas in a pod, no?
Aye. Fox couldn't play for Ibrox. He thinks that they'll get some wee smoking sheds. He'd be in there. Having a wee puff.
Oh, let's just say Fox has scored at Ibrox a few times, mate. I'll just leave it at that. Right, man of the match for you two gentlemen, and then we'll get the phone lines open and explain why, if you don't mind. Albert.
I'll get your asking, mate. I will get. You could have gave it to anybody, basically. You could have gave it to Diamond. It was one of the ones that were all close, but I'll get your asking because he was a captain, and what I loved about him, man, he wasn't leading that Don Robinson alone. He was in his face all day long, man, just telling him what's what here. Without getting off his nut, he's just. And that's what I've been saying. That's what we need. We need somebody right next to that referee, just never leave him alone, mate. Never, ever leave him alone, because that's everybody doing. For that and for his performance, mate. I thought he drove the team forward, read the play, won a lot of balls, mate. Picked up a lot of second balls as well, along with Diamandi. Superb performance.
Southside.
Probably similar to what Albert's saying, because he drove the team. He was captain, he kept in the referee's ear. He probably just shaded it for me. But I thought Diamandi, Bajrami and Haji had some great passing and great vision, done a lot of hard work. If he gave the ball away, he was straight back on it. Guy showed an amazing attitude to come back into that team, knowing that he might not even have long-term ways. Whereas if a good bid comes in or whatever, he might be gone. But his attitude and application yesterday along with the rest of the team, was 100%. So they 4 were really good Ox. Listen, there wasn't really a failure.
No.
A lot of them done well. Even Radvan playing right back. I mean, he had 6 shots on their goalkeeper yesterday. 6 shots at an own target. Every one of them hit the target. I think he was trying to make a couple of saves for the camera. But I mean, so a lot of good performances yesterday also over the park. But Raskin probably just being captain and driving the team, leading by example in the middle of the park, probably just shaded it for me.
I don't disagree with you. By the way, you mentioned all the things about Haji, and you missed out one thing, mate. He showed skill at times. There was one right in front of you in the first half, mate. He just pulled it out of the sky, mate. Touch of class. Touch of class, yeah.
Listen, Haji's an intelligent, he's a class football act. And yesterday, he was well up for it yesterday. Scored a great goal. Doesn't matter what people think. It was a decent shot, going away for the goalkeeper in the bottom corner. And it was something that we've been asking for. If you're coming in and playing this team, even if you've not got a long-term future, come in and show us what you've got. And if you're showing stuff like that, then it'll not be hard to find yourself a club going forward if that's what you choose to do. As long as you're doing the business on the park for us, mate, that's all that matters.
I am hoping their goalie's on a long-term contract. I don't know. I don't disagree with Albert.
Oh, he's there for the taking. I mean, unbelievable. That shot for Haji. I mean, people are saying, it's this, it was that. Non-Rangers people that say it's this, that's the next thing. It's well-placed shot, mate. And it was underneath Fatty's legs. It went between his legs and the other Fatty couldn't get down. So it was a well-placed shot. Well, good goal. But we had something. He'd a fire in him yesterday, didn't he? He really did. He was everywhere. Times I thought he was going to lose his discipline and pull his cell out of position, you know what I mean? But he quickly regained his composure and got back into his position. It was a superb performance for him. Quite easily could have won the match, man of the match, mate. Quite easily.
Yeah, one of the balls on yesterday, David gave him that. Right, let's get the phone lines open. Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
I've just had a message. Old Davy and his dad was in the stand. I don't think Old Davy's dad was in the stand. Might have been Haji's dad was in the stand. Evening, David. Happy New Year, you brother.
Have a New Year, man. Good stuff. Hey, old Bert, what's he going to do to you, Rangers or something? Great. A senator beating that man came up. Well, I'm getting him 12.
I would give him 9. I'd give him possibly a 9 if they were playing a big team. But they're playing nothing, mate. So.
Aye, well, you're right. But I agree with you. I agree with what you were saying earlier at the start of the show. I wouldn't get carried away with it either. But it's what's going to come next. Because we've seen this picture before a few times. But if they can turn that on for the rest of the season, things should look a wee bit rosier, I think. But you're spot on. I don't know if you've noticed, but I picked up on it yesterday. This is just my opinion, guys. See the difference when we are corner on the right-hand side. I mean, remember, you used to think everybody's been talking about it. When was the last time we scored to a corner? Nobody could tell you.
I think it's over 150 corners ago, David.
Right. Now, that's the difference yesterday. You've got a guy taking a corner on the right. He's a left footer, and I've been saying it for yonks. If they're coming in for there, it should be somebody for the left. It's the other side, somebody for the right. Swing it in, make it dangerous. What have we been doing? We know what we've been doing. It's the same guy, takes the shies, takes the free kicks. That was the difference I thought yesterday. Not a big point, but it's something we should be picking up on. I don't know what you think about that.
I'll go to South Side, but there's a lot of people who don't think we should have any left footers on my team. South Side.
Some of the deliveries yesterday, Davey, were all right. Listen, we scored, you could technically say Diamandi's goal in the cup final. Came for a corner, we took the short corner, put in, Diamandi scored, and same yesterday, Raskin Cedar. proper finishes it off in the box. But it's something that's not been happening very often for corners. But I think yesterday, when you've got Czerny and you've got Haji, there's two guys there who can put a good cross in, good pass in, directly into the box. A couple of the corners were poor, but most of them weren't bad yesterday. And I think that was the difference, Davey. It was good delivery at times for the players. But listen, it was a collective yesterday. And everybody, a man, stood tall and proud and made sure that there was only one team yesterday that took that part was going to come away with the 3 points. And it was us. And now we need to take that one to Sunday, Davey. Because this isn't a come-on issue. This is a player's issue. This is a player's attitude and application. And if he picks the same team and they go out and they're half the boil in the first half and all that on Sunday and no up to it, then it's not his fault, although he'll probably have to make changes. This is down to the players. We've seen the standards that players can do here. We've watched them in European nights and we've watched them in the league in certain games when we've been really good to know it, and then we drop off again, like we've seen against Motherwell and St Mirren. So this needs to keep up that effort and attitude. And if they do that, we'll win a lot more games than we'll lose, Davey, you know. So that's what I'm hoping for. But we applaud the team for what they done yesterday, no matter what that other mob across the city think. We done them yesterday, and hopefully when we get them up there in the rain mid in March, we'll do them again. If they want to keep going about deed rubbers, then we'll take the next 2 games against them as a deed rubber, no problem. But they wanted to win yesterday. Let's not be kidded. You can always change the narrative once they've been beat. But no, Davey, we can see what the team can do. On their day, we've had some no bad performances in Europe and a couple of games in the league here. So we need to keep the standard up in the application, Davey. And if we can keep it up, we'll go a long way to winning more games all the time, mate, to be honest.
Well said, Suicide. I just think in their part it's sour grapes.
Aye, I get that, Davey. I understand that. Listen, mate, it's all about us. And some of the frustrations come from the last 2 performances, you know. After that, they were making a stat. They were saying a stat yesterday. Rangers haven't won 1 game in 5. We drew with Tottenham, drew with them in the cup final. All right, we never won it in penalties, but we never lost the game. Beat Dundee, then made the 2 wobbles, big wobbles. So you could turn that round. We've lost 1 in 6. You know, so it's look. We know we got what we deserved, arguably, in the 2 games against St Mirren and Motherwell because we shot ourselves in the foot. Did we go with the right attitude? No, we never. Did we go with the right attitude yesterday? Yes, we did. And that's the attitude we're expecting in every game, all there.
I mean, the Motherwell and the St Mirren game, you've got to remember, parts of that games we did play well. And it was defensive errors that cost us the bit at the end, though. And in the St Mirren game, it was just it was a draw. You're getting a draw, and then next thing it's a defeat. So you lose 2 points there that you really shouldn't have to lose. You shouldn't be losing any points there, but that's what happens. And if you look at all our away games that we we've took defeats, it's been defensive errors, and it's been one person in particular, Butland. That's been the problem, mate. Go and have a look. Don't believe me. Go and have a look at them, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So they've turned possible draws, which is no good enough, into defeats. But if you get the draws, you're what, 6 points, 7 points behind them, which is still not acceptable. But you're still in a title race. So I don't wear this that we're just garbage, we're rubbish, we're hopeless. Well, no. You're not watching the game properly as far as I'm concerned. Have open your eyes and accept when we play well in parts of the game. No, I'm not saying we're brilliant and like Dundee United, for example, the first half, we were dreadful. The whole game was dreadful. Let's not kid ourselves.
St Mirren away.
But we did have patches in both of the games, that Dundee game and the St Mirren game and the Motherwell game. We were absolutely brilliant. I know people don't want to hear that, and I know people are out there shouting and bawling saying no, we weren't, but we were. We definitely were. And the 3 games, we deserved to win the game. When we hit our form, we deserved to win the game, but we didn't. And you just said, but you've got to analyse it properly, mate. I mean, I kept saying about Dessers all season, I don't like, he's just a bad player. But you've got to look at the other end of the park and all. But if Dessers is a bad centre forward, Butland's a bad goalkeeper. You've got to call them out when they're playing as bad as these players are playing. You can't just sit and blame one player, which I was in Dessers' case all the time. I'm still saying Dessers is a bad player, But I'm now calling out Butland as well, because some of these performances have been woeful, mate. Absolutely woeful. So that's where we are. We're 11 points. They were 14 points. And it's defensive errors that's cost us, mate. Big time.
We weren't great at Motherwell defensively, but we'll stick to yesterday. Davey, who was the guys that shone for you, mate?
I thought Raskin was outstanding. I mean, I thought they were all outstanding because I was like everybody else when I seen the team that get called. I mean, this doesn't look good at all. And you get people playing totally where they shouldn't be. But that shows you, and I've said it all along, if you've got talent, you should be able to play anywhere, even when it's all says if you're a midget. But it proves that they've got that ability to do it. The big test is the next game. We can't have that yesterday and then we go back to our usual. But I thought they were all outstanding. I mean, look, everybody was worried about the goalkeeper. He had a great save, but apart from that was it. Because they all done their job, and that's what Clement says. They all do their job, but he gets it in the neck. He gets it in the neck for me because the last the games that they dropped the points, he put their ranked team out to start with. And that cost us. But that's just that's a luck of a draw. He takes it. You just got to march on and take your medicine. But I thought they were all good. But Raskin, I thought was man of the match. He was outstanding.
Aye. I struggle to game it up. What's your take on the Butland thing then, Southside?
We spoke about it yesterday before the game. Me and Old Bear and Billy. I agreed to a point. I think Butland has been culpable for us dropping points here or there, or contributing to his dropping points. He hasn't been too clever. I thought yesterday, I thought Kelly distribution, kicking the ball out to both wings. Apart from, I can only remember him twice. One to the enclosure was just a wee bit high for Yefty, and there was one he put into the Govan, which I thought he should have done better. Apart from that, every time he kicked that ball out yesterday, he was perfect. He didn't have a lot today, but he marshalled the defence well. He had a good save just on half time. Apart from that, he could come in and sat in the stone with us, mate, to be perfectly honest, yesterday. They offered nothing because we gave them nothing. That's the thing, we gave them nothing. When you dominate that midfield, the middle of the park, then it helps you win a game. You control the midfield, you control most of the game. And we controlled them yesterday. And only once or twice they went up the park. Once in the first half, they had to play a long ball because they couldn't play through us to try to get Kyogo in the end. Goalie came right out at that time, edge of the box, caught the ball. And they nicked a goal which was offside in the second half. That was their contribution yesterday, a whole 90 minutes against us. So we controlled the game, bossed it, and I thought the goalie had an easy day, but I think it was a good day for him to come in. Wasn't too worried about him, if I'm honest. I was a wee bit concerned about Ridvan at right back at the time, but that soon disappeared after about 10 minutes of the game. Listen, collectively we were on it as a man. Collectively the whole team deserve credit, and as you say, they've laid another marker down again, and it's time to keep that marker going now, mate, because still a young team, there'll still be a wee bit of inconsistencies for time, but we need to try and get on a wee run now and make that good work yesterday last a lot longer in 2025, mate.
Albert.
Well, just touching on Ridvan, I thought he was outstanding. Yes, the guy was outstanding. I mean, that Maeda, he never gave him a kick. And if Tav's up in the stand watching him, that's how you play Maeda. If you want to learn it, you learn it after you Ridvan. He just shows you how to do it. Whether he can play right back consistently, well, I don't know about that, but he definitely done a number on him. He definitely done a number on that Maeda, because I don't think he was a threat at all yesterday. But he had a great game, the wee man. You got to give him credit. Still say his stature's a bit light for us, not I mean, too small. But you can't say he's not got a heart. You can't say he doesn't try, because he gives you everything, mate. He does give you everything. But aye, 10 out of 10 for him. 10 out of 10, mate.
Well done.
10 out of 10.
Oh, I definitely. Wrong position, wrong side of the park. First time you've done it. Just, oh no, come on, that's outstanding. And the guy that he's guarding, he's his problems. He's been getting his problems now for what? Since he'd been there. He just shot him down, completely and utterly shot him down. Just no problem whatsoever.
But that because it was somebody that's got the same pace as him, mate.
Aye, absolutely, mate. Pace matters. We all know that. Jeffrey's fast on the other side. He's fast on that side. Tavernier, that guy just blows right by him. It just totally leaves him stunning. Is that what you guy in St Mirren done the first couple of minutes of the game? He just blew down that wing and left him stunning. You just think, oh no, it's going to be one of their days. Tav's not anywhere near this. So it's the way you do it. It's the way you handle it. He's had a good game against him. Let's see if he can continue, mate. Who knows if he's going to keep playing him at right back? I don't know. I think he'll have to play him at right back because Sterling's playing at centre half now. And that was one he's more... I would say that's Sterling's best composed game at centre half as well, because he had a great game as well.
Aye, he struggled it, didn't he? Easier. In fact, that was maybe the easiest games they played, the centre backs, all season. Listen, obviously, it's people's point of view, mate. We appreciate people's point of view. Has anybody changed their mind on the option of the manager, even if only a little yesterday? Is a balloon pop for some people? Was the pressure off? Because that was one of the monkeys on his back. He's never beat them, which is true. Yeah. But if you take 3 out of 4, the last 4 times we've played them, arguably we should have won 3 times. So he's got the monkey off his back now. He now has to get this consistency away from him to bring his back into the fore. And then, because at Ibrox were results and forms all right. So if anybody's thinking, have they changed their mind, give us a call, 0141 356 1972. Southside.
No, listen, me and Albert stuck by the manager and said, see the big picture, no happy points and all that. Wasn't happy the last 2 games, dropping points. But we've seen sparks and bits in the team, what they can do. And this team's miles off for the team that we'll see eventually evolve and have a squad of about 14, 15 players, and it'll be a far better squad. So, listen, yesterday they've showed what they can do. They've done it in Europe against better opposition and showed us what they can do. We need a consistency level, and it comes for the players. It comes down to the players have got to go out and get us across the line and get the wins. The manager's setting out the tactics and the plans, and for some reason some of the players are not going out and turning up until 45 minutes or passed us by. So it's really down to the players. So at the moment, I think he'll stay anyway. Whether he stays his contract, I don't know. But listen, I want to see a Rangers team win every week. We'll be going here in Easter Road on Sunday. So when you're travelling, you go away, the last thing you're expecting is not to win. So hopefully the players will get it and they'll keep at it and they'll put these types of performance in where we can't turn around and say, well, look at the state of the day, they're miles off it. They'll put markers down at certain times this season, then they went and let us down after it. So they can't keep letting us down, mate. They've got to eventually try and go on this wee run for them. It'll help the manager, it'll help the club, and it'll help a bit of the support. There'll be some out there who'll just no take to them at all, and it'll no matter yesterday's result or whether we beat Hibs and then go to Dundee on the Thursday night and beat them. We'll still not be convinced. End of the day, I want to see a winning Rangers team, and at the moment, I think he done a number on them yesterday. I think tactically he's no bad. I think he's in Europe. He showed up well and done well for us. Yesterday in the last game against them, tactically we were spot on. We've stuck 3 goals by them in both games, so that shouldn't have been an issue going forward. We know we can hurt them and get to them, and it's just about being consistent against the rest of the rubbish in this league, and that's what's really let us down. And in our restart, we won 2 trebles in the 70s, and we never beat Celtic once at Parkhead. There's a clamour about, we need to go to Parkhead. I'd like to go up to Parkhead now, next one, and put a marker down in March. But that's March. I just want us to march on and get consistency and keep picking up 3 points. And that'll maybe quell a wee bit of the noise down for round about the manager. But if no, and we have a blip again further down the line, it'll resurface, mate. But this is a young team, a young squad, and at the moment there will be a wee bit of inconsistencies. You hope you don't, but at the moment there has been. But going forward, I hope he keeps it going, and I just hope he keeps Rangers in a winning way at the moment, mate.
Albert?
I wouldn't imagine there'd be much of a change, mate, toward the manager. They're all a game-by-game situation. I don't look at it game-by-game because it was never going to be a game-by-game situation at the beginning of the season, mate. It was a total rebuild. Bigger than even Clement realised it was going to be. Let's be honest about it. So going game by game, I fully expect them to stay the same. To finish at the end of the season, game by game, and then if we don't win anything, great and moan that we didn't win. No, even taking into any consideration what the managers had to go through, what the clubs had to go through, what the things we've had today to make sure we're self-sufficient and survive through all this nonsense. Because at the end of the day, there's one thing that only ever change people's minds is winning football games and winning trophies. But you need to head towards that's a journey we need to go through, mate. It's a rebuild we need to go through to get there. You just don't magically play one game and then expect it all to be great after that. It doesn't work that way. No team in the world plays brilliant in every single game, mate. That's just not going to happen. There is going to be ups and downs, still ups and downs. You've got to just accept it at the moment, mate. But it's winning games, as Southside said. It's winning games, mate. It counts. That's all it counts. Just keep winning games. I've heard the style of play and we're set up, we're tactics and all that nonsense. You're talking about this as if it was a perfect world. You had 30 players to choose for. Everyone's fit. They're all brilliant players. And then you go, wait, you can foot about with your team then. And a manager in a situation like that, doesn't he get it right? He deserves all the criticism. Of course he does. Like some of these Premiership managers and that clown across at Parkhead. If he doesn't get this right, what's wrong with him? But remember him, by the way. Gerrard was here, and Gerrard took time to find out the solution to beat them. And when Gerrard found out the solution, he ran away. Remember, he was out of there. He was out of there quick because he knew his tactics are easy to read. Look at Fat Ange doing it, Tottenham. Sussed out, mate. Easy to work out. Once you've worked it out, that's it. There is no plan B for them. That is their tactics, mate. That's the way they play. And if you get a solution, which, as Southside said, I think we'll find the solution. I think Clement's found the solution. There shouldn't be much problem for them. We might lose some games to them. We might not lose some games to them. But we'll win them. I think from now on, we'll win a lot more games than we'll lose to them.
Foxes be working hard with that sponsorship for Weight Watchers. I think you've just blew it tonight, Albert.
I only one that was thinking they do look too fat, by the way. Is it just me? I just don't know.
It's like a wee porky pig. See, another thing I noticed, I didn't notice it. I watched the game back earlier the day later on. I know it's not a boot, right? It's not a boot, but what was the fourth official doing? Putting his foot onto Raskin in front of the dugout when he's lying on the ground. Did you notice it?
That? No?
Did you not notice it, Ox?
Was it not Ridvan?
Ridvan, aye. As if he kicked him in the back.
I'll have a look at it. I've seen it posted today, but I never noticed it yesterday, to be honest with you. I'll have a quick look. I know it's kicking about somewhere. Listen, I wonder if you get a decent view at the handbags, Albert. What were the referee bottling that then, eh?
He didn't bottle him, mate. He cheated. Let's call it out. He cheated. He's proved that wee incident proved again that they're refereed to a different standard to us. We get refereed to a different standard every other club in the country, to be honest with you. But that proved the point, mate. What I'm saying he's cheating about is he's terrified, and I mean terrified, mate, to book them. But Gregor should have been off, mate. He should have got a second yellow and been off the front. Swore there, mate. Been off the park there. But he's no. Why? Because he's terrified. And if he's terrified to do it, that means he's cheating, mate. He's letting that club, influence his decisions on the park. And we're asking Calder at his press conference, which he'll probably get pulled up for, saying, no, if you're going to book me, you've got to book him. That's what happens in every other game in the country, mate. Two of them start that. There's nothing in it. It was just a wrestling match. There was nothing really in it. But he's decided, I'm going to book. I've already booked McGregor, which I didn't want to do, but he actually had to do. I've got to book him. But then again, Johnston gets away with all sorts of things, all sorts of nonsense in Old Firm games, and he done it again yesterday. Again, he gets away with it again. But that's it, mate. It's different. It's different standards. I mean, 18 up until yesterday, 18 league matches. We've had 41 bookings, mate. 41 bookings and 1 red card. They've had 21. They've had 21, mate. It's nearly double. We're getting nearly double bookings that they're getting. And by the way, most of these games, we dominate possession. We've got the ball, but we're taking all these bookings. Strange, isn't it? Very strange. I've not looked at the rest of the teams. And I bet you some of the other teams are maybe calling it out as well, going, hold on a minute, it's can't be right. This mob only get 21 bookings. And McGregor commits more professional fouls than any other player in the league.
Well, actually, you get booked for yesterday. You get booked for that yesterday, all better.
It's rightly so, but he gets away with it all the time. Man. He should have been up the tunnel. He should have been sent off, but no, it doesn't. If we didn't win that game yesterday, we bring this up. It's a case of what he's greeting about. But it's true, mate. This happens in all games, not just us. All games he gets away with it. In fact, the whole team gets away with it. And you're saying this is not right. It's just not right. These referees are cheating by not applying the rules the same to every team they play. Every team that plays gets the same bounce of the ball, the same rules. Look at the tackle on Haji when he took the shot. Watch that slowed down. The guy ran his studs right down the back of his legs. Sutton's out shouting, Haji made a meal of that. Did he? Did he actually? But you see this guy, no replays, no slow down, no a million angles to watch it. You're sitting going, the minimum, it's a foul and a booking. That's the minimum. No, we got nothing. Nothing for it. He took a forearm smash to the back of his head. Nothing for that either. No, it's a foul, maybe. We'll give you a foul, but we're not booking him. Shocking, mate. It's hopeless refereeing. I'm calling it as cheating. I'm just calling it out, mate. I know people don't like to hear it. Told you after that cup final. That just proved the point, and now it's all out there, mate. The game is totally gubbed. You've no got a football game up here anymore because of these officials. It's not right, mate. It's simply not right.
Oh, can I come in on that one?
Yes, David, in you come, mate.
The whole point of that is the referee showed his sell up, and I'm not talking about showed his sell up being biased or anything. He showed his sell up where he got that call totally wrong. There was nothing in that at all. So the two of them should have got a mouthful each, get on with the game. But then you're getting all the conspiracy theories, which they're there for you to think about. And it's obvious, but there was none of them should have got booked. So the referee's let his cell down, and he's let his cell get the criticism that what we are talking about him doing. So he was to blame there, because it was a wrong decision. Whether it was a yellow for him and a yellow for him or a red, it should just have been come here, talk to the two of them, and that type of game, and just get on with it, especially at half time.
Aye, and by the way, is it any coincidence that he booked one of our best player? Is it any coincidence?
No, he booked our player because he knew if he got a booking, he was on a suspension. That's why he booked him. Let's not be kidded here. That was a lot of nonsense. The two of them clash, right? The two of them ran into, they ran in, they collided. Wee bit of verbals and maybe a push or a shove at tops. Yeah. And then that was it. You run out, you say, listen, used to calm down, get off the park, or you go and book the two of them. We've seen it in many a game where the other player's really done nothing, and yet he still takes the booking. So whether one is more innocent than the other, if you're booking one, you normally book two. And he chose not to. And you know why he chose not to? Because if he chooses to book him, he's got to send him off. Then he's got all that to deal with. Probably private investigator getting put on him, maybe his windies getting panned in that night or whatever. You know, so at the end of the day, he shouldn't have done anything. He should just have taken the two of them to go up the tunnel, out the road. But he didn't. He chose to book Raskin, and Raskin only. And McGregor standing there sniggering and laughing. He knew what he was doing. But it was really nothing on the Parcox. Nobody deserved to have a booking. These two of them should have been told, calm down, get up the tunnel. And that should have been it yesterday, 100%. But then again, Mr. Robertson decided I'll just book somebody in a blue jersey. And that'll be the way it's going to be. And like you said, for us that controlled most of that game yesterday, to have more bookings. Did we have more bookings in them yesterday, aye?
I think he ended up two each, mate.
Oh, did it?
Raskin and Jeff did, yeah.
Aye. Well, you look at Raskin's booking and you look at Jeffries, okay, caught him. I dare say you probably get a yellow for that. Johnston should have at least had a yellow, at least. Probably a red if they looked at it, but at least a yellow. And like I said, if two of them are squaring up to each other and a bit of verbal, either none of them get booked or the two of them get booked. So you want to watch yesterday, McGregor was still staying on the park.
Aye. The Johnson one, look, I get you have to lift your horns, but that was deliberate. We know how he plays. We've seen it before. He's got form, yeah, and he's getting fun out as well. Albert, Ben David.
He's getting fun out for the clown that he is, mate. He's in a way with murder. Since he joined them, he must have went, this is open season here. This is great fun. I can get away with it. And think of all the things that clown's got away with, by the way. He's fell down when Morelos scored saying he was injured. It wasn't a foul. The goal get chopped off. He's punched the ball out the park. In the penalty area. Gets away with that one. He's now done that one. Gets away with it. He's done on team. There's that many that you can't list them all. It's crazy, man. It's just totally crazy. But there you go. It's the referees of this country, man. The referees of this country have ruined the game, man. Totally and utterly. I don't know if this is instructions they're getting from above, but if it's after rain back and they're on that part of the side and they're going to referee games like this, they should not. That Robertson should have walked up that tunnel, took that strip off, go to his cell a shower, and then never put a referee strip on again, ever. Just walk away for the game. Because he's an embarrassment, mate. Total and utter. And take that corner away, man. That cheating trumpet. Take him away. They should just walk away for the game, mate.
Is he getting the odd downs, Mr. Connor? Is he getting it? But is he?
You see, well, we know we know he's got history, mate. Come on.
I'm just asking if he was getting an odd downs, just in case there's a common theme here.
There is a common theme in that. It's shocking. It's laughable. It's laughable, but it's no laughable. Because there's one club there gaining millions and millions and millions and millions of pounds out of this, mate. It's no laughable anymore. Because these wee decisions cost you throughout the season are costing us. Because let's no kid ourselves on. Apart from them running about spending millions of pounds on utter garbage, you know what I mean? We are getting closer and closer and closer, mate. On football terms, we are getting closer and closer and closer. I know there are a lot of Rangers fans out there don't think that, but think what you want. With the facts are the facts. We are getting closer.
Phone in and say you disagree with Albert. Yeah.
But we're getting closer, and these decisions now are starting to really mean something now, mate. They really are. Because you're sitting going, there's wee Braskin, he's suspended for the Dundee game, away game. And you're saying, that's an important game now. And now you've got one of your most influential players no playing. So there's another wee decision. And they're still well ahead in the league. And you're sitting going, how long or how much do you want to cheat on this? How these referees need to wake up and say, we're not looking for a favour, mate. I don't want any favouritism towards Rangers at all. I just want a level playing field, mate. A total level playing field that we say, right, be fair, just see it, call it the way you see it, and that'll do me. That'll do me fine, mate. Because McGregor should have been off. Definitely should have been off.
There we go.
That's my point done.
All right, okay, fair enough, mate, fair enough. David.
Yes.
You're a man of a certain vintage, yeah?
I will be tomorrow.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
Hey, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, old Davy. And stop the monkey mob.
So I think we can take a chance. I think we can send them a card now. We don't like to take it too early just in case we waste the money.
You better put that first class. I wasn't happy when you said you were going to use a second class stamp. You know.
I don't like buying it too early for obvious reasons. Know what I mean?
You know, but I'm sure if you if you post it tomorrow, you'll get it.
Okay, we'll go back to your comment. I was a vintage, right? What were you going to say?
I don't know. You're throwing me now. You're throwing me. Here's one for you, and I want. This is, I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday, but I'll mention it to you, David. We talk about the league set up in Scotland, and one of the things that's mentioned is the Old Firm games, yeah? The 4 Old Firm games at Sky TV, the audience, etc. They'll not give that up, yeah? So apart from Scotland, what country do you think would have the biggest audience for that game yesterday?
Worldwide.
Aye.
That's a catch-22 one.
I'll put it to you. They're connected to Scotland by land and they're our biggest neighbours. There's a big clue for you.
Ireland.
Well, it's not Isle of Man anyway, is it? Well, it's got to be England, isn't it?
Right. So we put that game on yesterday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Scottish football, Sky TV. It was a normal working day in England. Does it add up, Albert?
No. It's just potty, mate. It's we've gave up with it. I've just totally gave up. They even try to think it because they don't care. They just don't care, mate. It's the case of it's this way. This is the way we want it, and that's the way it's going to be. End of. Just go on with it. Fans, the supporters, the clubs are just they don't count. They really don't count. We're just dafties in their eyes. That's the way we are. That's the way we get treated, mate. We're just dafties. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's unbelievable.
I know you would have thought of that, Southside, but there you go,
Nah, I wasn't, mate. I certainly wouldn't have thought of that. Nah, but...
If you're talking about marketing the game and using Sky Television, yeah.
Aye, well, they're the ones that show most of their games. And aye, I didn't realise I really gave it a thought. A lot of England were back yesterday, back to work and that, but aye, it's just the way it is, innit? Was there were we competing with a game yesterday at any point?
No.
Nothing on at all down there. It was competing, no.
No, nothing. You could do again. If you were sensible about that game, it would have been a night kick-off if you'd been sensible about it, yeah? And then maybe the sporting event would have been the darts. That would have been about it. But there was 2 Scottish games on. There was the D game on at 5:30. And that would have got a big global audience, wouldn't it? The D and the D United, yeah.
Viewing figures through the roof.
Aye. So there you go. Just a small thing, just something I thought of yesterday. Maybe I'm just being mad, Albert.
No, you don't attach sense to Scottish football. The two don't go. I mean, you don't even try it, mate, and you're wasting your time. It just seems to be this is the way it is. We're executive teams of both SPFL and the SFA are on 6-figure salaries, so everything's honky-dory for them, so let's just carry on.
Aye. There you go. Aye. Am I mad, Davey?
No, great point. That is a great point. But I mean, it's Albert just hit it in the head and all when he's talking about the money factor. That's what it is. I feel sorry for the majority of guys, Albert, yourselves, paying big bucks to go. You're going to watch. And that's when Rangers, the Ibrox, the majority is the whistle goes, we go forward, and the other team go backwards. And that's it for 90 minutes. And that's a big debate as well.
I've got a theory on that as well, how we can sort that out, but that's for another time, Albert.
Best of luck with that, mate. Best of luck.
Right, okay. Listen, gentlemen, don't mind getting yourself a mute, because we're going to have a tune.
Down the Paisley Road, the west, the doors and the windows open wide. You will hear the people cheer, the Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name. For we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. As we go marching down the Paisley Road West, the doors and the windows open wide, you will hear the people cheer. The Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name. For we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, back, Jeremy, yes?
Yep.
I am.
Yep.
I was hoping it was going to be silent for David there. We could save that money in the birthday card outside, you know what I mean?
No, I just at the door there. I had to go and buy the window cleaner.
Anyway,
She's on the night shift. She's on the night shift.
Yes, I bet she is. There's a name for that, by the way. There's a name for that. Anyway, we'll be joined by William. Evening, William.
Aha. All right, brothers. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, bro.
Happy New Year to us. Hey, jingle bells, jingle bells. Get in there. Paul Bear, you complaining about referees again? Come on. Come on.
Wally, I don't trust them. I hate to say it, but I don't trust them.
No, near there. I'll tell you that. The boy and I was sitting watching the game, two referees sitting watching the game, and we see asking getting yellow card, and we're thinking, well, that's McGregor away. Then we see asking getting yellow, we're thinking, that's McGregor away, he's already had a yellow. Couldn't believe it. They're getting so blatant about it. Unbelievable. The tackles in Haji. The man gets clobbered just outside the area. I'm thinking, well, that's a yellow card and we've got a free kick. Nothing. And the one that in Johnson, the forearm smashed to the back of the neck. What? That's a dangerous tackle. I mean, you run towards a player and you're challenging for the ball. You know you're getting into a tough tackle. You brace yourself. Haji didn't know that's coming from behind. He could have got seriously injured there. But,
according to Sutton, that was a dive.
Oh, aye. He said he made a meal of it. Aye. I heard them. God almighty. I tell you, see that in Crawford Allen that was running the referees department. He refereed for years and years and years and years, and that's a dream job. He got the dream job, and in my opinion, he walked away because he could tell he'll not be promoting referees, he'll not be picking referees. Somebody else will be doing it. Somebody that cares nothing about referees. That's what's going on there. I mean, Ian Robertson, he'll be making upwards of £50,000 a year for refereeing. And then he's got a job on top of that. So, quite simply, they're just doing what they're told. Because if they don't do what they're told, they'll not be there. And that's them doing £50,000.
Just when you are watching the game with your son, what's the collective noun for two referees? Albert?
Don't drag me in. And you want me to say something bad about Willie and his boy? No, you get away for that one. No, I'm not saying it.
Junior warden and senior warden.
We just looked at each other when Raskin got that yellow card and he did nothing to McGregor. Just looked at each other.
See the one in the edge of the box, by the way, to be fair, that was the first time I realised that Bernardo was playing Southside.
Seen that, when you know where we sit Ox, right? And as Haji went to shoot for outside the box, you clearly seen he committed a foul on him. And Robertson was behind the play, so he could see it, he could see it clearly from behind the player. But he chose not to do anything. The same as he chose, as Wally's saying. Wally, that was a nonsense at half time, right? It was either book 2 or just tell the 2 and make it up the tunnel.
Absolutely.
Right? Realistically, that's what you had to do. And I think Raskin explained it quite well in the press conference, although they maybe come from because of what he said, but he said it correctly. Did you notice the 4th official putting his foot onto Ridvan?
I didn't see that, no. I've not even heard about it until you mentioned it.
Honestly, he flicks his foot at him as he's lying on the ground. I seen it yesterday in the replay when I watched the full game back. I thought, what are you doing? Putting even your foot anywhere near your player lying on the ground?
That was McDermott, Matthew McDermott. He's one of them and all.
Oh, he's a clown. I've seen him referee a few games. Listen, the thing is, we won yesterday, right? So it's no sure great. We're calling out the things that we seen yesterday by the referee, and it should have been dealt with a lot better. Same as Johnston shouldn't have got away with going off that part yesterday without a booking. And like you say, you seen the daftness of the referee at half time, booking 1 player, no booking 2. Couple of things they let go. There was one, I think, near the end of the game with one of your players. I think it was Diamandi. I think it was go to the ball. He's trying to get across the halfway line. One of their players pulled him right round by the neck, right across the top and round the back and pulled him back. Referee just gives a foul, no booking. It's a booking odd. You get bookings for that all day long at any time in the game.
Absolutely, at any level.
But yesterday he chose not to do it.
I mean, you've got to say to yourself, see the one at the edge of the box with Haji, or that Bernardo does him for the back. You've got to say to yourself, is the player trying to play the ball? Well, the ball's in front of Haji, so he's not trying to play the ball. Did he play the ball? No, he's never near the ball. And then you've got to look at where it is. It's a dangerous area. It's right in the edge of the area. He's just about to shoot. He's already scored for there. And he doesn't even get a foul.
That was a foul, and it was a yellow card all day long, mate.
Absolutely, that's what I thought would happen. See, when I'm watching the game, I'm thinking, when things happen, I'm thinking, right, what would I do there? And right away, I'm thinking, yellow card, free kick, and he gets nothing. He gives nothing.
No ifs, buts, or maybes. No, it was a foul and a yellow card.
I said to the boy, if we get cheated today like we did in the cup final, the Union Bears will wibble that wall. Nothing sure. We'll not put up with that again.
But it was a... Listen, it doesn't take away from the fact that some of what we played yesterday, some of the touches... A guy, he made his tick. He wasn't our best player yesterday, but he's effective for us. Well, he's Cherny, isn't he? I mean, he had the win puck twice yesterday. The one takes a deflection. I mean, to be fair, I don't think it's that possible, albeit they put enough swerve on the ball to get it round that scales, is it? You know?
Oh, I'm telling you. a maths teacher could have come up with a curve to get the ball around that fat trumpet. You know what I mean? But
I was just following the thread there, Albert. And then his second one, I think everybody thought it was in, didn't they? Everybody, yeah. He'd done what you're looking for him to do. He came in, David, he's comfortable at, and he just hit the inside of the post, and it should have bounced into the net, shouldn't it? Albert.
It's your luck, innit? It's a luck at Rogers carries, man. It's unbelievable. He's sitting going, that's got to go in. It's got to be. It hits the post and comes straight out, but right along the line, or no, quite right along the 6-yard box. Unbelievable. I think even Cherny, you see his face going, well, how's that not getting in, man? It's all day long. You're thinking it's a goal all day long, but hey, 3-0, innit? I'm quite happy with it. we overcame that as well, but the Haji one, I'm just finished on the Haji one. That Haji one is a red card, mate. But so watch the tackle again. He runs his studs down his leg. That's a red card, mate. And see Demonde on they stopped to play, and they said at the game there was a check for a possible red card with Diamandi, right? I don't know what happened because they never showed you.
It was a throw-in. It was a throw-in, wasn't it?
Aye, but they don't stop the play for that Haji one and say to yourself, possible red card here. They don't say to him then, because he runs his studs round the back of his leg. They're saying, what's going on here? You're either going to be consistent. You're checking for something. It's nothing. It's never going to be a red card in its life. But you're letting things like that, people raking their studs in the back of people's legs and they're fouling right on the 18-yard line, saying, no, you're not getting that. It's no a booking and no a foul. No, he'll turn and say, I was playing advantage. So how's that advantage when you're going to take a shot and he knocks you off balance and you're not getting any power on the shot?
It was a foul all day long.
Aye.
And I think I've not seen what you're saying about the studs, mate, but he dumped him in the back. I've not watched it that closely again. But it was a foul all day long and a yellow card. If you're saying that maybe more, I'll need to have a look at that and have a look at that again. David?
I agree with the guys, but I mean, we can talk about it, debate it, make comments about it, but nothing's going to change, I'm afraid. It's nothing will change because it's just a big... Well, you can't even say conspiracy because that just takes it to a joke. They are a joke and they're showing themselves up, but we know that the bottom line is nothing's going to change them. It's just same old, guys.
Go to call them out, Davey. Go to call them out.
Call them out.
I know that. I get that, Albert. I get it. I know that. But you just, I guess, becomes repetitious, and that's what they want. They just want to just let them on, keep them complaining, but do nothing. I know you're going to. I get your point. You've got to keep bringing it up. Well, that's a good comment.
Yeah, going back to the 3 goals yesterday, I mean, we never really mentioned it at the start of the show, Southside. We hit the Woodward twice as well, you know, and opportunities. 3 really
Aye.
Smart,
Aye, look, listen, we did break in the second half. Ignaman just had to pass the ball. Just pass it into Bezrami's path, and we're probably running in and scoring. Cherny,
same 2 players involved again.
Aye. Cherny, obviously, unlucky, takes a deflection in the first half and hits the top of the crossbar. Bezrami, unlucky before we score. He had 2 chances in the box. He hit one, he tried to bend one in the far corner, and I think he hit one of your players. And Ridvan was through once or twice and just couldn't get it across the target. But listen, we had them yesterday all over the park. Let's not be kidded. We had them all over the park. I'm surprised they didn't make a sub at half time. I thought they might have because we were just running through them on the first half, and way better finishing and a bit more luck. We could have been in a lot more than 1 go up. But it was good to get the first goal yesterday in that game, and then managed to see it through. And listen, 2 games against them in a matter of weeks, and we've stuck 3 by them. Normally, when you stick 3 by them, you'd expect to win, you know. So I'm confident now that Clement knows what he's doing against them. He's got it sussed. We had them at Ibrox for only the 2nd time since he's been our manager. But we need to consistently beat the rest of the nonsense in this league, and then we need to make sure that we keep the pedal down on them. We know how to score against them, and we're going to improve this squad. So hopefully...
Did you mention nonsense?
You know, nonsense, yes.
Oh, we'll be joined by our Billy. Evening, William.
The drinking partner.
How's it going, Mucker? You all right?
Evening, Billy. Happy New Year to you, mate.
Happy New Year, everybody. No, I had a great day yesterday. Happy New Year, pal.
Yeah, the boys.
I had a great day with good friends and loyalist KP yesterday. It was a fantastic wee day out. I just want to dive on for a wee while because Southside and Albert stole my thunder, basically with everything as you have said, and as you can probably hear.
Never stole your wallet yesterday, mate.
Oh well, I bet the wrong bet. Did a Riga man and Rangers. That's what I bet 5-1, but I got the goal scorer rang for a change. No, that was after tapping mine heat, so it was. But I'll tell you, I jumped in the train and I came through my cell phone in the train to meet the troops, right? And brilliant, man. There's this guy standing with his mate. They've got the colours of decorations on. And it just shows you the support we've got. So I thought I'd come on and give the boy a big Rangers Radio shout out, man. Cisse for Belgium, for Royal Antwerp. That was his first Rangers game. The guy travelled from Belgium over to the place I live, bumped into his pal, and the 2 of them went through to Ibrox together, and they were inside the UB yesterday. And I've sent him the link tonight to the show, so I hope he's listening. So, for myself, Cisse and your mucker, it was a pleasure to meet you yesterday. The boy was absolutely bonkers, mate. Honest to God, see when I got off the tube, he had the full tube in an uproar, mate, singing songs and all that. The boy was different class, but that just shows you how far our fan base is. You know, when you've got committed guys from Belgium travelling from there to Scotland to go and watch the great Glasgow Rangers. What an effort. So well played, Cisse, if you're listening, well played.
Aye, listen, we know people travel far and wide, mate, and I hope he enjoyed it, mate. Was it his first Old Firm game, first Rangers game, did you see that, Billy?
It was Oxide. It was his very first Old Firm game. So you know, the guy was obviously over the moon. And do you know what? It was the result was brilliant, because when I was sitting in the stand yesterday, there was a guy up for England as well, and he had his wee boy on his knee. The wee boy had the Union flags on his face, painted on his face, and the wee fella must have been only 4 or 5 year old. And his old man was sitting and he was bouncing his laddie on his knee, and the wee laddie was singing all the tunes and all that. And the Rangers scored the 3 goals. The wee boy, you know, his face lit up, man. And to see a guy from Belgium coming out there, having a brilliant time, and then the wee fella coming up for England, and then one of my mates, mother, she follows the Rangers week in, week out. She's 84-year-old, old Mrs. Peel, right? And
she might have been in Davies. She might have been in Davies.
I got a love back.
Postman. Robert, carry on, Willie. Don't listen to him.
Carry on, Billy.
I got a love back in the bus, obviously, because I was going to go back with the troops, but I says, no, I'll just get back my own way, just in case the trains are off for the snow and that. But I jumps back on the bus, and when I get back off my home town, got off the bus, and I seen the Albion getting off the bus, you know, 84-year-old, and she was smiling like a Cheshire cat, you know. And I said to myself, there you go, that's what our club's all about. We've got guys coming from Belgium, we've got guys travelling up from England, we've got them coming from Northern Ireland, we've got supporters from all the world, and everybody's away here and happy. You know, that's what it was all about. And that's what, guys, that's all we ask for. You know, that's all we ask. Just give us 110% commitment. Battle hard ways in the trenches, and you'll reap the rewards. And we got every single accolade yesterday the players got to a man was superb. Every one of them. You know, that now they know they've got that mentality in their heads now that they know how to beat Celtic. So there's no excuse anymore. There's none whatsoever.
Yeah. Aye. And I don't know, I'll take this to Southside, some of the points you made there, but I don't know if you picked up when young Raskin went off that part yesterday. I know there was a triple substitution. You don't see it that often, Southside, the whole place rising to somebody, you know?
Mm-hmm. Aye, no, I done the right thing, giving him his accolade coming off the park and get the appreciation for the support. Listen, it was hard to... I thought everybody that came off the park made the substitution, deserved the accolade. There was, to a man, they were outstanding yesterday. Something that we wanted to see for them. And I think now we can see that there's progression in that team against that mob. And like I say, 2 games, 3 goals was put by them each time. Nothing to fear for that mob. We just need to make sure we get the consistency, the application and the attitude right. Let the manager get help in January. Let's get him in some more players and get the squad a bit more healthier again, a bit more competitive. And then we can do the business in the summer when we need to get more players in. But the manager needs help. The squad needs help. And let's hope that we can keep going. We've had some fantastic nights on a Thursday at Ibrox. And yesterday was just one of the other nights on a Thursday. But we've got to take it on to Sunday, maybe through to Edinburgh and get this mob a spanking through here and all. You know, therefore to be upsurging for them. But it's time we should be going there and winning. You know, that's what we should be doing and that's what we expect on Sunday. But the players
like the league yesterday, mate, with 10 men for hour and hour.
Right. I don't know, I never seen any of the scores. I just heard the sheep get beat again. What's that, about 9 or 10 and that? I think your manager's bad, eh? Everybody out there, even half your support, were screaming, "Oh, look at Aberdeen! What did I tell you? Aberdeen will fall away. Don't worry about Aberdeen. They've played nothing all season. These are all getting excited. Oh, we want McInnes. We want McInnes. And back to that nonsense with Kilmarnock. Listen, we just need to recruit properly. We've made some good signings, and we just need to keep it going.
I think we need a centre half in, mate, just because we're short in there.
Probably the new, because we're really short in there. Listen, we need a lot of positions. We need at least another 8 good first team players into that squad. Ox, let's not be kidded, at least 8. But if we can get 1 or 2 in the summer, the right ones, and we just need to get back to consistency. This squad's probably good enough to beat this nonsense in this league. Most of this dross that we've struggled against from time to time, only because of attitude and application of the players. That's it. It comes down to attitude and application for the players. So they need to put in 90-minute performances and no 45, and that would help us greatly.
Right, I'll go back to Billy but I've not heard from you, Billy, for a while, mate. Obviously, he's got a lot to deal with. And by the way, Billy, I hope 25 is better than 24 with you, mate. I know you'll never forget, but you know what I mean, yeah?
Yep, thank you.
Listen, what's your take on the team? I've not heard from you in a minute. And remember, we finish at 10 o'clock, Billy, because I know what you're like.
I know, but that's what my old grand says. It was always a good talker, eh? Listen, it's been a mixed bag from the start of the season to where we are. We've been outstanding one game. We've been terrible the next. It's been frustrating. I think that the killer thing, as we all know, it's no rocket science. To win league championships, you've got to be consistent over the 38 games of the season. You'll maybe have wee blips and dips and forms and whatnot within that 38 games. But if you're no performing, for talking's sake, in games like against St Mirren or Motherwell, that's the games. It's all right beating Celtic. We all want to beat Celtic. We know that. And we want to beat them home and away handsomely. But when we're going up to places like Dundee, for talking's sake, and a wet Tuesday night or a wet Wednesday night or whatever the case may be, and we're going to Love Street, they're the games that you need to grind out results. And it doesn't matter if it's fancy football or whatever it is. You need to get that consistency to win league titles, and that's where unfortunately we've fell down this season. I've not been a great lover, mate, as you well know. I spoke about it on the show about the 4-2-3-1 system. I'm still, the jury's still out as far as I'm concerned, but I thought yesterday it worked a treat because we didn't allow them to play, and we played the way the 4-2-3-1 system should be played. Excuse me. But as I said, Ox, it's consistency. It's been killing us, both home and away. There's no point in taking 3 goals off Celtic and making them look like a pub team. We all know that's what they are, a pub team, you know. And then going away through here on Sunday and dropping points at Easter Road. That's not got to win you titles, and that's what the players need to get in their head. When we start to become more consistent, then we'll win football matches over a longer period of time.
What's your take on the individual players that have come in, Billy? Jeffy, Barron, Berjami, Tierney, Igaman, they've been the main ones, yeah?
Well, start with Jeffy. Jeffy's just a rough diamond and all. He loves to bomb up and down that. You can see that the pace he's got, once he's in full flow, he's got frightening pace. And if he can nurture the best out of him, then that lady's got to be a hell of a player. He's big, he's strong, he can get up and down, he's physical, you know, and sometimes his final ball lets him down on occasions, but if he can work in that year, I don't know, what age is he, 20, 21 year old or something?
21, mate.
Well, there you go, he's only 21, you know, people need to remember the boy's only 20 year old. As for Connor Barron, remember what standard of football he was playing maybe a season ago, playing with Kelly Hearts and whatnot, and now he's at the great Glasgow Rangers. So that lad is a wee buzz bomb. He reminds me a bit. He's got shades of Alec McDonald about him. Where he'll go and match what Alec McDonald did is a different matter, but that's the mould I see that laddie coming out of. By Rami, there's definitely a player there. He shows a lot of good things in flashes. but he also works hard for the team, which you've got to do if you want to play that formation. Eager man, he was playing amateur football for goodness sake last season, and look what he's bringing. He's a big lumpy a laddie as well. There was a great example yesterday, Ox, when I think it was that big Diddy Albert was talking about earlier on. Yon Red Heeded Clown. He went for a 50-50 with him, and he just bounced right off him. And I'm like, you know what? You're not got to get it your own way with that, boss. So that big fella's a big rough diamond and all. Ox. So, the early signs are good, and if he can bring these guys on, and they want to listen and they want to learn, and they obviously they need to understand what Rangers is all about, then there's only one place for them to further their career, and it's at Glasgow Rangers, mate.
Well said.
All right. Just quickly again, Billy, because we've not heard from you, and I'm trying to keep away from old Davey, you know what I mean, obviously. Just what's your take on the manager situation, and what position, if you're recruitment, the Mora, and you've got to bring one player in, what position would it be?
Centre half.
I agree, mate. I agree. What's your take on the manager, Billy? Good to hear from
you. Well, I said before the last two games, I says he's got to win the two games, or the pressure's got to be ramped right up on him. And I knew when we went into the Old Firm game, I says this is a must-win for the man, or the toys are got to be right out of the pram, because you know what the supporters are like. I've been critical of him myself at times, but I think he's bought himself some time with the Old Firm victory. I think that's which will keep him in a job. Do you want the guy to lose his job? Of course I don't. I just want a Rangers winning team, and I want our manager to be successful, and I want our players to be successful, like all the rest of the Bears and Bearettes out there. But let's just keep going with what we've got. I know there'll be folk out there and they'll be screaming, shouting as well, and I understand that, and you're all entitled to your opinion. But if there's no point beating the Celtic and he'll get there and struggle in the next couple of games, because the pressure will get cranked right back up on him again. So only time will tell, Ox. But to answer your question, mate, the jury's still out on him for me, but I hope he's successful and he proves us all right.
Just getting back to that. See, this random computer, have you ever known a team to play 4 out of 5 games away from home, Albert?
Don't start that thing. No, I mean, random computer, my ring, by the way. We all know what's going on up there. No, I mean, it's a pen and paper, mate. That's what's going on up there. Another point. Greeting about referees and all that, carry on saying that it's the game's going. That mob is running the game. It's shocking, mate. It's just shocking. They're not kidding anybody on, mate. We all know what's going on. It's geared up for one team to win the league, and it's geared up for them to get the money out of the Champions League. That's all it's about, mate. It will continue like this because there's nobody willing to stand up to it, apart from Rangers, but nobody else is willing to stand up and call it out for what it is. And until somebody does and starts going on the side of Rangers, it's just going to carry on more and more of the same. We'll need to do it all ourselves, mate, all ourselves. And well, don't get me wrong, as a club, as a support, we're capable of it. There's no doubt about that. But it's going to be difficult. It's going to be really difficult. You're now on going to getting to the stage now. You need to be absolutely perfect going through a season. What kind of competition's that, mate? You've got to do that to win a league. That's not right. That's just not a league, mate. That's no competitive football. That's just one team turning up and winning, and then just saying after the first game of the season, oh, that'll be the league. So that's the League One now. I mean, that's how daft this is getting. It's just ridiculous. And the rest of I don't know what that Sky's paying for, actually. We're saying we've not got enough after them. I think they're paying way too much for wanting competitive football, because you're not good at it, mate. There's no competitive football in Scotland. None whatsoever.
Somebody pointed that out to me yesterday. You ever known 4 out of 5 games away from home? It's bizarre. It's outside, isn't it?
Well, last year, probably 4 out of 5.
I initially thought about it. I said, I'll check that out. I thought, well, maybe it's one for the cup final, the D game, but that's later on the Wednesday night against Aberdeen. That was the one for the cup final, mate.
Aye, Aberdeen is, aye.
Aye.
Well, since Supercomputer, last year they had us going to pedigree and Ross County just before and after Christmas. This year we were away at St Mirren and Motherwell. And like I say, now we're embarking on a run now. Where we've got Hibs and Sunday, then Dundee away. In our game, because they've moved us to a Thursday night. Don't know if everybody's playing a Thursday night or no. I don't know. I haven't looked.
No, because we're a Thursday, Sunday. Everybody else is a Wednesday, mate.
They moved that was going to be our next Saturday fixture there. It was going to be in the Saturday at 3 o'clock, and that's now been bombed out to a Sunday because for some reason they've put us on a Thursday night. Don't mind Thursdays, mind you. Got to admit, Thursday nights are good.
Aye. We got a decent record that Thursday. Aye, just the madness of it all. Davy?
Aye, it's not even for debate, is it? You know, I just like to get back to something that Billy was talking about, and it's a very good point. We're talking about from now on the attitude, and I've mentioned this quite a few times. I think now the team that we're getting together, I said it a while ago, a lot of them, that shirt was too big for them. And that is a definite at Ibrox. But I think a lot of them are even more so after yesterday. They'll know more about it. So, and that's a hard thing to wear and play good. And I think that'll do them the world of good, because that is a big jersey to wear. And I think we're starting to see what they know and what they should be knowing, and what it is to play for that jersey.
According to Allbear, they had bigger jerseys than us, mate.
That was a good one.
Aye, there's a lot of experience in the team, isn't there? You know, I think Southside made the point, Billy, you know, and you mentioned that Jeff Diamande, Egerman, there's still, that's a big part of your team, and they're relatively inexperienced, aren't they?
Aye, of course they are, because they're only young boys. They're still learning their trade as well, you know. And it's, I've said this a million times as well. There's bigger and better players than the current crop we've got now came to Glasgow Rangers with more experience and more winners' medals and never cut it. You know what I mean? So it's a different ball game altogether at Glasgow Rangers, as far as I'm concerned. You know. And that's what these guys they'll need to learn, and unfortunately they need to learn quick, because the pressure on them and the standards that Rangers set, that's what they need to put into their locker as well. They're certainly got ability. I like the look of wee Diamande as well. Sometimes he can overdo things, but when he's on song, he puts himself about, mate, and he definitely gets up and down, and he'll certainly be a player that's going to, in my opinion anyway, Diamande, he'll certainly be a player that's going to flourish in the future for Rangers if he can draw the best out of the boy.
He likes a swivel in the midfield, doesn't he? Albert.
Oh, he doesn't half, mate. Sometimes it drives you insane when he does it, and other times you say it's absolutely brilliant. No, I mean it's one of these things. He can never.
Sorry, carry on. If I go about William, I'll go to William next. Sorry, carry on.
I go to William now, mate. Go to William now,
sorry,
mate.
I meant to go to you there.
Oh, so I was hearing that Stuart's wife was watching the game yesterday. She wants to know if Jeff does implants or if he just does nose jobs.
Oh.
Could you repeat that, please?
No, don't bother.
You know, see what Jeff done during the game. The German says to him, "Can you do some of this lump in my nose?" He says, "Yeah, sure."
There's a reason I do the gags on here. Carry on, Albert. William,
I do the funny ones, hey.
I'll come back to you in 2026. What's the collective noun for two referees, Albert?
Could you fix this bump in my nose, please?
He's trying to get me with the warm-up act here, by the way. I'm staying clear of this.
All right, does.
What do you make of the potential on the team, William? As a young side, you know, you take none of them are at the level yet, you know, peak of their powers apart from the mature players yesterday on the park would have been Cherny. Obviously, Haji's moving into that now, and Barjami, and then Proper and Liam Kelly. The rest are below 25, I think. Stirling's around about then. Raskin, Diamandi, bigger man. Yeah.
I just worry that some of our players are going to end up disappearing. Raskin.
Listen, if the money's right,
he could go, you know.
If the money's right,
Raskin's the most obvious, I think.
Well, he's playing
the way he played against Spurs.
He's playing out his skin just now. People would be watching him because you're right. The performance against Spurs, and he's got. Listen, 3 months ago, they might have batted an eyelid southside if Raskin would have left the club. But now the form he's playing, there's similarities to say Alan Hutton. Maybe even, you know, when he had a purple patch, because Raskin's certainly having a purple patch just now. He's playing really, really well.
Aye, it's like anything. We criticised him for his passing ability when he was first in the team, but you could see that he got about the park. He liked to put a tackle in, and then just constantly broke down with injuries. And listen, he got a sore injury at the start of the season against Ajax, and that kept him out for.
That was a shocking
shot. And that kept him out for a long, long time. Listen, you can see what he's like when he's fit. He's a good addition. He's a step up in class into that team. He's just that step up for wee Barron at the moment. You know, similar position, similar types of player probably as in what Barron wants to go on to be. But the wee man's got it. Listen, somebody comes in with silly money. He's got to go. Can you point and saying, no, we'll keep him and sell him down the road? Just let him go, because we need to rejig this team and squad. And the more money we can get to rejig it, we can make it better. But I'd like to keep him for as long as we can. But once the price is right, then obviously he'll go with our good wishes. At the moment, he's been outstanding. And I think if you looked at the squad yesterday, we had 11 different nationalities in our team yesterday. It started the game, which was a first, I think, for a long, long time. We used to have 11. Name them? What do you mean, about the countries?
He wouldn't get 11 countries, would he? He's been all around Europe, can't remember 11 countries.
I would probably get a vast majority of them if I really put my mind to it.
Right, well, listen, you have a think about that.
Oh, come on, listen, man. This is after a heavy hangover out with the troops, do you know what I mean? And
listen, the collective noun for a group of referees, it is now called a rabble. It used to be called a lodge. There you go, William.
Aye, that's true. That's absolutely true. Aye.
Oh, can I just say something on Haji, if that's all right?
Aye, carry on.
No.
Oh, listen, I just with everything the boy's been through, you know, I think his professionalism and his attitude has been absolutely top notch as a Rangers footballer. For the time he carried on when he done himself, I think it was his knee done. He went right through that injury. Then he got away shipped out on loan. He come back for the loan spell. He fell out of the picture. You know, there was whatever went on with his contract, etc., etc., etc. You know, and he just put his head down. All right, he's maybe come out and he's been frustrated a few times in that as well, which you can understand for a young boy. But I think his old man there has maybe just said to him, listen, son, just keep your head down. Just keep doing what you're doing and it'll come good. And see when he put that one right and drilled that one into the bottom corner yesterday, mate. See when I seen him running right across the dugout. He jumped, Big Clement was obviously in the dugout. He shoved him out the road and he's pointing up to his feather, mate. That must have been a very, very special moment for the boy and his old man, you know. And that ever that boy, that lad he's done, mate. I know you're not the greatest lover of him as well, because he said, I was listening to the show last night, he falls in and out the game and all that, but so do a lot of players. David Cooper fell out in and out of games and all. But I thought the boys' professionalism has been top notch, and he deserved that goal yesterday for all that hard work and effort he's put in the last season and a half or so to get back where he is now.
Listen, don't be misconstrued, Billy. I've never questioned his ability, mate. You know, the fact that he's naturally too-fitted, and he when he plays well, he sees a pass, he can hit the ball, he can make things happen. And my problem when he played week in, week out before he got his injury was his level of consistency, mate. But since he's come back into the team, he has played well. I mean, he was terrible at St Mirren, but what I will say is maybe that was a virus starting on him. He wasn't up to it. He maybe shouldn't have been playing. So we don't know all these things are a factor. But since he's come back in, he has improved for team, and there's no doubt about that. Albert?
Is this Raskin we're talking about, eh? Oh, Haji, sorry. Haji.
Pay attention, you.
I know.
Well, come on, Albert, you still get that bottle of beer in your hand for yesterday.
You've got to say something that you've not even seen me do is buying around, mate. Haji. He plays well. He's one of the players that you know he's got the skill. He's starting to show. He seems to get a fire lit under him now, because I think what the boys realising that he's starting to get really motor into his career now, and he's no get as much time as you think. When you're 20 and 21, 22, you think, no, tons of time for my career. When you start hitting that 25, 26 mark, the penny starts to drop. I don't know what age he is. I think he's around about that, man, 25 or 26, something like that. So he's starting to go, hold on, I really need to start showing what I'm about here. And he is. There's always been a just slight lack of pace for Haji. Skill's no in question, mate. He's two-footed and he's brilliant in both. And he can see a pass and he can open defences. Oh, that's a given, mate. And he can take a goal. His free kicks are a bit poor at the moment. No, I mean, his timing's out for the free kicks. But he's a player. He's definitely a player. Just that wee bit of pace. If he had that wee bit of pace, he definitely wouldn't be playing in Scottish football. No chance. He'd be playing in one of the top leagues, mate. Probably, I would imagine a Spanish team would jump at him. But there you go. There's a player. Pardon? 26?
He's 26.
Is it? Aye. See, I mean, so you're looking at it and saying to yourself, your career's running out fast, so you need, now's the time you need to start doing something and making your reputation or solidify your reputation in the world stage, as it were. But you definitely got a fire lit on him now. He seems to. I need to prove a point here now, and he's got the ability to do it, mate. There's no doubt about that. Some of his wee passes yesterday was just sublime, mate. Absolutely sublime. There was one in the second half. He just in the first half. Sorry, he just cut in and turned spins and sort of blind pass and put it through two Celtic players right into the big open space in the middle of the park for Barjami to carry the ball forward. It was superb, mate. Superb bit of play. The boy's got a football brain, mate. No doubt about it. He's got a football brain.
Pedigree.
Enjoy watching the boy, but it's a wee lack of pace. Wish he had it. He's not going to get it now, so we're not wishing for something that's not going to happen.
Because he's been with us 5 years, and you've got to admire him for coming back for that injury, because he had a full knee replacement, you know what I mean? And Davey, you know what it's called when you used to call it all boy knee when you had yours done, didn't you?
Aye, well, that's what I was just going to. I was thinking about that when you were talking about that. I think the problem we had with Haji was it took him a while to get back to playing to his strength, because I think he felt, you can see it now, he knows he can get for a tackle, but prior to that, he was a bit, will I go for this or not? And that can change your style again. But I think he's fully committed now, and I think you're starting to see him play the football that he's capable of doing, because he's got more confidence in himself, and that'll just spread through the team as well.
It's funny, Southside. I mean, I thought he would be the guy who would play the number 10 role, but it's no. He's played left, and Barjami's went into the 10. There you go.
Aye. Listen, I think that was his favoured position, but Haji can play anywhere in the midfield. You know, he's done it for the national team. Sometimes he goes out and plays in wide right for them. Sometimes he's a wee bit deeper. And sometimes he maybe gets the 10 shirt, but I don't think he gets the 10 too often with his national team. But he's an intelligent football player. he's got 2 feet. He knows he's got a footballing brain. He showed the right attitude. He could have sulked. He could have chucked it. I think he was ready the season that Bill said he wasn't ready. He said he'd done a full pre-season, and he was absolutely wanting to start that season. And it turned out that when he made a couple of interviews and what he said, Bill decided he was going to Spain for 6 months. But since he's come back, listen, he showed the right attitude. The guy wants to play football. He's at the right age. He had a really good game yesterday, and that's what we're looking for. Players that come in and play, you just want them to come in and do well in the blue jersey. I'm talking about blue jerseys. I'm not caring if you've not seen it, but the wee blue nose look like is just about to become world champions. So
I'm watching it.
Wee man's ran a riot. A good blue nose and all. So well done, wee man.
Yeah. I knew there was something I liked with the boy.
I think he finds it when we're playing in England the next game, he might be cheering on the team we're playing against.
Yeah, listen, you go and maybe follows him and all. He certainly follows the Glasgow Rangers. I guarantee you that.
He does online and all that, mate. William Haji, what do you think? What's your thoughts?
I love him to bits. He was my man of the match yesterday.
Aye.
I think when he got his knee injury, I think that our sports science people said to the management, I think his knee's too soft. We better just put him out on loan, but he'll not be fit for the Scottish League again. I think he's got heart of a lion the way he's fought back. I think his father said to him, listen, son, you never know when you're going to get that injury that's going to end your career. You just go out there and enjoy yourself. You're happy here. You stay here. You go out there and you get everything. And I think that's what he did yesterday. Great goal. I love him to bits.
He's got the X factor when he plays, when he makes things
He
happen.
has. He's got a great pedigree. You can see, you can see it. You're not surprised to hear that his father was a great player if you didn't know it. He's got a touch of class about him.
But any young bears,
as they say, he's got a great football brain.
Any young bears that's listening, go and look his old man up on YouTube, mate. That'll be something special, you know. He could play a bit, you know. He was different level, wasn't he? Different level.
Oh, aye, he was world class. Him. I'm surprised to see here that he was born in Turkey. Haji. Haji was born in Turkey.
When he's playing with Galatasaray.
That's right. I didn't know
that. Another thing about Haji as well is he gets the club, and he genuinely likes being here. Genuinely gets it, mate.
I heard this story about Haji. I think it's been out there before. And when he done some when he was before his injury, and that, and obviously he's very marketable, Billy, isn't he? You know what I mean? He looks a bit like Albert, and he's about 6 foot. And when he done the worldwide Pepsi ad, and then he done for the European Crust, which is the name of the crust that is it Layers the crust that you get all Europe anyway. He done them so he back late for training, and he put Pepsi in a packet of crisps in everybody's locker to take the mick out of them. I like that. I found that quite funny. Billy?
As long as it's no lures.
Or Tito.
Aye, even better, eh? He's got the same tan as Albert. I noticed that yesterday. I thought he was just after sunbeds, to be honest with you, Albert.
No, I was just after sunbeds.
That's the living room light, saying your own house couch, mate. He doesn't need a sunbed.
I've got a sunbed on my couch, mate. I don't go anywhere. I've got it all built in.
I think it was Willie was talking there as well about his old man, and yourself said any of the young team to go and Google. I always remember his old man scoring a goal in the World Cup for Romania. I think he hit it for about 35 years out. I don't know, maybe somebody can correct me on this, but I'm sure that get voted, or it was close as, it was nominated for one of the best goals of the World Cup that year. But if he wanted to go and see a left foot springing into action and pinging a shot for 30 odd yards, stick that one on YouTube, Georgie Haji World Cup, and you'll ken how good a football player his old man was.
I'm just going to check out. Did he play against us when he played Stoya Bucharest Southside?
Aye.
Aye, he did. I'm sure he did, aye.
That was a night soonest mistimed the tackle slightly, wasn't it?
Oh, God.
His father, Haji's father, was the best of a generation. Let's be honest, mate. That's how good he was. He was a superb player, mate. The best of his generation. No doubt about that.
Aye, that soonest one, that might have been worth a talking to, would you think, Billy?
Aye, listen. I wasn't even a yellow, mate. You know what I mean? I think I had the Daily Record doing his shin pads, didn't he?
Oh dear, that was a bit of a tackle, wasn't it?
Oh dear, I think the commentator's words was we actually make first.
Aye. You remember that one, William?
I don't know.
Oh,
it must be one I missed it.
Soonest against Stoya Bucharest. Have a look at it on YouTube. Even you would have picked it up, innit? You know, it's worth a look. It was a bit of a challenge over there, wasn't it?
Definitely, mate. I think he could have run a bit harder myself. You know what I mean? I think he bottled it up.
Still back.
It was terrible. Aye, it was shocking, mate. Anyway, it's. Did he get booked? Did he get sent up? No, nothing happened to him, did it?
No, if you watch it, mate, he points to his boot. It's brilliant.
Oh dear. He's as soon as that, there's people like that we need to know. But the game doesn't like players like that anymore. They're just people who can handle themselves. They're not in the game anymore. It's all about play acting and rolling about, kidding on your hut, holding your face when you don't get kicked.
Their right back seems to get away with it a lot, doesn't he?
Well, that's true, mate. That's true.
You know. Anyway, well, this yesterday's result, just quickly, it's going to be a springboard, Billy.
Absolutely. That's the standard. That's what we require every single week. You know, we're not saying you've got to get into every game and win every game. It's impossible. You know that, but we as a football club, there's only one mentality we've got here, and it's we've got to win every game of football. But that's a massive platform yesterday, and it's a great jagging nairn for every single one of the players, and it's a brilliant jagging nairn for the manager, and especially more so the Rangers support, you know, because that's got everybody buzzing again, you know, and everybody's all back together. Obviously, the wee doubters will still be out there, we understand that, what no, etc., but that's a platform, and let's carry this on to Hibs through Easter Road on Sunday, and we get through there and get that mob of doing as well, you know, and start stringing good quality football results together and go and start battering the life out of teams, you know, and that's what we want, eh?
Aye, play like that every week, mate. Play like that every week, you'll know an issue. You know, with that attitude and that desire. We've not shown it enough, mate, let's be honest. The first half against St Mirren, the first half against Motherwell, first half against the United, the first half against Aberdeen. You know, just not good enough. You know, you've set standards and you have to keep them. William, then all Davy.
Aye, that's it. I mean, that was just a top performance all round, the whole team. 9 out of 10 for me, all bear. 9 out of 10. Absolutely. I mean, 23 shots against that lot. They just didn't get what to do with us. They've never had a team. They've never had a game like that for years in Scotland. They've never had to put up with an attack like that for years. They didn't know what to do. I mean, what it was we played them before, you know, with Kyogo and the rest of it, and we've sussed them out. What they do is they try and suck you into their half, up to the halfway line, and then they play that big long ball for Kyogo to run onto. They get a goal, and then they just get the ball back and they start passing it about, and they wait to get the spaces. Well, come on to suss that out. But what a performance yesterday, and we've really, I mean, it's going to be interesting Sunday because we've got to go flat out. We've got to really do the business. We've got to keep that up, that standard, because it's only 3 points, as we're saying. You know, we're asking, I think we're saying it's only 3 points. Just the same. Yeah. We've got to keep going. But, I mean, I think we're getting all these away games. I think they're getting all the away games when they think it's going to be the worst weather. We'll get over home games in the summer.
Listen, I don't mind. Yeah. I don't mind playing away games. I don't mind an away game between Christmas and New Year. But what I'm saying is 4 out of 5 fixtures have been away from home. That's, they coin a phrase on here, that's a fact, mate.
Two before the Old Firm, 2 after it. Aye. And the one before the cup finals were away at Ross County as well.
Aye, but we were meant to be...
They've got it well worked out, hey.
You know, aye. But I don't understand it. Anyway, old Davy.
You'll never understand that scenario, Ox. It's not even debatable, because we all know where it comes to. I felt yesterday it was a great learning curve. For what I've been talking about is now they know the newer players with that environment, what it meant to the supporters, that'll get right into them. And if they'll know now what it is to put that jersey on, then I think that'll bring the best out of them. And then we carry it on. So that's what I'm looking forward to against Hibs.
You're here. And listen, David, many happy returns for when it comes tomorrow, and make sure your windies are well and truly polished.
Aye, she's been in touch with me. She's taking me out tomorrow for a Knickerbocker glory.
I hope you keep them on.
They must have got my company. He must have got
for all the younger callers and listeners, that's a nice cream.
All right. Last word for your good self, Albert.
Aye, well, not getting carried away. Would you go to enjoy a performance like that? Yeah, why not, mate? It was superb. But going forward, the pressure remained. The people that didn't like Clermont, the pressure will remain there for the rest of the season, mate. It's not going to go away. Even if we go and beat Hibs, it's not going to go away. And that, I would say, don't want it to go away. The bottom line is, it's you're going to get ups and downs, and the team showed you what it can do. And with some additions, if we get any additions, by the way, some additions that will make it even better. We're building a good squad, a squad with youth and quality, and it'll be worth money, mate. You have to trade some of them. That's a fact. When you trade it, well, I don't know. Maybe this window, maybe next window, maybe the window after that. You don't know, but some of them will be traded.
Some of them out the door, mate, with it.
You've got to get this trade model working, mate. First, you need to have something to trade. Now you're looking at the players now, and you're going, there's something in there you can trade. So I'm optimistic for the future, mate. I'm optimistic about the manager as well. I think he's doing a decent job, mate. I really do. It's circumstances and silly mistakes with players on the part have been costing us dearly. We're also we want to play like this. I just want to cut out as many defensive errors as I possibly can, and you'll see a complete different outcome going forward, mate. Definitely. So I'm optimistic, mate.
Southside, last word, and I think you've got an update on the darts.
The wee man's won it 7-3. So wee man's in a different planet. Great wee player, 17 years of age. He's going to have a big future in the darts world, I think, you know. Looking forward to Sunday, mate. I believe we're getting a new way to go to Easter Road on Sunday because they've got rid of that wee bridge. They're not using it anymore. So there's a new way to get to Easter Road on Sunday for the troops. But looking forward to it.
Very happy memories, Southside. Very happy memories.
Aye. Looking forward to it, mate. It's always good when you go to watch the famous Glasgow Rangers away from home. It's usually the support's always loud and proud. If we show the right attitude and application as we did on yesterday, we shouldn't have any problems, and that's what it's about. The players stepping up and playing. I'll say the now, I think maybe Yefty might struggle. I seen him limping round the park after the game yesterday, but he might be the only change possibly if there's no risk factor to keep him for Dundee. But all aside, hopefully with a clean bill of health, 3 points to the famous. We'll sing our hearts out as always, as we look for a good performance on the day and batter that Edinburgh mob as normal. So as always, there's only one team and one crown, mate, and that's the way it should be.
Yep, thanks to old Davey for joining us, Billy, as well. And of course, it's great to hear from you, Billy. Thanks to Albert and Southside for doing the show. Thanks to Fox and Old School Blue for doing the technicals. Rangers Radio will be back an hour before the match on Sunday with a build-up to an away performance in victory at Easter Road. Take it away, Old School Blue.